MAKWAN AMIRKHANI is one of the most promising European prospects on the UFC roster. Back in January 2015, he made his debut in front of 30,000 Swedish fans in Stockholm's Tele2 Arena. The man they call Mr. Finland wanted to make an instant impact in his first UFC outing, and he certainly delivered. Let's relive that moment with the man himself.
It was 2015, my UFC debut, UFC Stockholm against Andy Oldham. When we walked to the fight, a lot of emotion was going on. I was happy that I had that chance to even be there. A day before, I decided that I will show the world that they will know about Mr. Finland soon. Bruce Buffer was watching me like this. My job is done, now it's yours. And I was like, now it's time. When I was looking at Andy and I saw him wiping his feet, and I realized he's in panic. I already got him. I looked at a couple of his fights, I saw that he runs to the center and he will stand there. I said, there's a good place for a flying knee. I thought, let me shake my arms a little bit and pretend that I'm lazy. Let's take few slow steps and let's just fasten up and boom.
Coming right across with a huge knee. Powerful flying knee. Oh, he's hurt on the line. Trying to finish it right here. And it's over. Just wow.
I have never done flying knee. Never in my life, not even in the training. Just saw it in a Van Damme movie or something like this. And when I realized I hit him and it hurt him, I just pushed him against the cage. I pretend that I'm going for a takedown, but I hit him with my first uppercut in my whole MMA career. I saw the ref, he is looking at me and I'm looking at him. His eyes tells me that you need to do a little bit more so I can end the fight. I said, okay, let me just slap him a few times. And the referee came, I said, yes.
AMIRKHANI in his UFC debut. One of the fastest finishes in UFC history, 8 seconds.
And when they told me that I got the bonus money, and I knew my life will change now.
Declared the winner, MAKWAN, Mr.
I remember so many, people were trying to just touch me and hug me, and the security were like, can't do that. But I was like, F that. I jumped in, I let the people hug me, and best time of my life, I can say. My name is MAKWAN AMIRKHANI, and that was my moment.
MAKWAN AMIRKHANI!
Red from the blood, rose cheeks dull from the mud, hands worn through from the sludge, a self no longer begrudged, and murder is a potion of love, sacrifice devotion thereof, and he without sin never was. Now a changing of the guard has begun, a kingdom that belies the internal, is the prison of the mind that's infernal, and eternal is the lie turned plague. So I've dug this grave so my truth won't fade.
MAKWAN, this last 5 minutes is not for you. Okay, you're suffering now, but your people are suffering. 5 minutes, you're going to go through hell for this last 5 minutes. You hear me?
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist, semi-professional record, 15 wins, 3 losses. Fighting out of the red corner, a wrestler, semi-professional record, 14 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Turku, Finland, from Kurdistan, MAKWAN, Mr.
So we moved to Iraq. I don't know the year, but I was like 4 or 5 years old. We moved to Finland as a refugees. Of course, there it was, rough. It wasn't best place for a child, I felt different because everybody was white, and I was the only kid in our school where was 600 kids, and I was the only one who was brown. After every class you have this 15 minutes break in outside. All the kids were watching me. When we had a lunch, I was eating alone. 2 guys, they came, hold me, and they were with the lighter. They burned my mustache when I had small mustache. But it was different for me. Sometimes I was in front of my house, my mom's place, and then I was, watching the sky, and I said, God, why I'm not white? And why my hair is like this, and why my name is MAKWAN, why it couldn't be Kalle or Ville. And these things went through my mind when I got, bullied. I started wrestling when I was around 5 years old with all of my cousins.
ژیانی ڕۆژانەت
بازی تاری.
چه بازیەکەی؟
ئەی بازیە ئەلێکسیشکێدن فۆرتنایت.
ئەو وەختە لەوەش سەرکەوتووی؟
باش بخراو نییە.
لەوەش باش. بەڵام لەوا پێم
هەر بە خاترەوە کە سەرگەرمی، یعنی تەمرینکەم هاوە ماڵە خۆشم نازێ بچمە دەیشت. هەمە لای دایکم.
کاتە لەگەڵ دایکت زندگیەکەی؟ هەر خۆت و دایکتن؟
دایکم و کچ ڕەفیقم.
دایکت چی نەزەری چێ لەسەر پاڵەوانیەت؟
10 ساڵ پێش من دەست پێم کرد.
وایە.
ئەو موقع دایکم وتی کوشتێکە باش بوو. بە خاتری بوکس. بەزەلان ئەوڵی نەفەرە بلیتەکە ئەکرێت.
زاراوەکەشت کەلهوریە.
ئەو کەلیمەتە هاڵینەوێ.
یعنی زمانەکەت کەلهوریە.
زمانەکەم کەڵۆڕێ ئەوە هالی وێنسا.
نەڕایتەوە بۆ کوردستان یا بۆ عێراق یا بۆ عێراق؟
ئەوڵا هەزەکەم.
بەڵام نەچویتەوە هێشتا؟
بەس هەزەکەم بڕۆ. هەزەکەم باشگایەک لە کوردستاندا بنم. فکری باش وانە ناو مەغزم، هەزەکەم بدەم بەم ئەم جوانانە کە هەزەکەن هەر وەکو من لە بۆکس لە کوشتی
چالاک بن، ناسراو بن، سەرکەوتوو بن. وایە.
چەند ملیۆن کورد هەیە، چەند دانە منداڵ کورد هەیە، هەزەکەن هەر لە بۆکس لە کوشتی لە هەر وەرزشێک هەیە سەرکەوتوو بن. بەس ئەلان ڕاحەترە باوەڕ بکەن کە تمشا بکەن ئەوی ئەم کارایکی هەر کووردە، ماکوانیش کووردە. ئەگەر من بتوانم ئەم کارە تا یعنی تا ئاخر بیوەم، ئەوانیش ڕاحەترە باوەڕ بە خۆیان بێ.
Kurdish people, they always say Biji Kurdistan. That means that
Kurdish people will never die. Me, as a Kurdish person, being at this stage, means a lot for the Kurdish people. I think in the future we will see a lot of Kurdish